Hey guys, Bertos here, and welcome back to another house building video. Today I am building Prismatic, which is a very colourful... I wouldn't say it's a mansion, but it is a large family home. The main thing that is different with this house is just the sheer amount of colour. My previous builds were sort of, I guess, monotone, or just sort of, I guess, neutral colours. Especially Richance, which was very sort of just black and white. With its, well, black and grey more or less, with the theme of the outside, and yeah, this one definitely has a hell of a lot more colour, and I really quite like it. The main thing that you'll notice different with this video is that it is split into parts. So this is part 1. Part 1 will cover the building of the structure and the ground floor furnishing, and then part 2, which will be coming out the day after this, or if you're watching this the day after this video is up, then it will already be up. But yeah, the second part will cover the top floor furnishing and the backyard. There's a really nice pool area in the backyard. But the reason I decided to split this up is because it was about a 43-minute video, and that is just too long. I don't really like to have my videos over half an hour. I know I have on occasion. I mean, I think Richance was 37 minutes-ish, and the drop was 34 or something like that, which, I mean, it's sort of on the borderline of being okay and not being okay, and yeah, 43 minutes is just too long, so I cut it in half, and I didn't really want to speed it up any more than this, simply because this is just watchable, and I didn't want to make it so you can't watch it, and it's really annoying to watch, so that's what I did. Anyway, as you can see, I've just been building the actual area of the not the area, the structure of the house. I go for sort of a framed look with the front of the house, so there's like two blocks, well, two walls at the side, and then it's sort of framed with two sort of mid walls on the top and bottom. You'll see when I actually do it, and you can see I've sort of done the half wall down the bottom there, and I do the exact same at the top. I actually make it too short at the start, and then I actually go back and raise it up slightly higher, so it is the same height and it looks more uniform. But yeah, just using a bit of CFE here. I did the same with the sort of foundation things at the front, which are more of retaining walls, I guess. Not necessary in real life, but I thought they looked cool and sort of separate the house off from the street, and give it a bit of, not really privacy, but just sort of separate it so people don't go like walking on your lawn. Sneaky save there. I should have edited that out, but I didn't because it's like a split second, and yeah, anyway, this house was a really big ordeal to build for me, because the first time I built it, I built the entire thing through, and I saved it a whole bunch at the start, but from about halfway, I didn't save it, and then when I went to take the screenshots, the game crashed. And I'm not sure why my game's been crashing a lot lately, actually. I think it is because I haven't updated my game. It says, oh, you need a software update, but I haven't updated it because I'm lazy like that, and also I don't want to wait because my download speed and upload speed also is disgusting, so I haven't done that. But yeah, it's been crashing a fair bit lately, so I may have to get the updates and get rid of some custom content, stuff like that. But anyway, yeah, it crashed. I lost everything except for the ground floor, and then I had to go through and rebuild it, which I'm actually very happy that it happened, because the furnishing before that was not very good, like at all. I'm looking at it and it's actually quite laughable. But the furnishing that I've done after this, especially on the top floor, is, if I do say so myself, quite excellent. Well, not excellent, but I think it's pretty good. I'm definitely getting better at furnishing. I mean, furnishing has never really been my strong suit. I've been more of like an architect, not an interior designer. When I make houses in The Sims 3, yeah, I know, big noting myself. But that's my general sort of skill in that respect. I'm better at making the actual structure of the house and not really furnishing it. You can see they're just changing up the color of the house, because I always use that for the white, because it's a really nice concrete color and it looks nice. As I said before, I am sort of making this a bit higher because it was too low. And yeah, I decided to do that simply so it was uniform. And if you don't know, you can actually hold Alt when you're placing the stairs. So you do testing cheats enabled true, and then do constrain floor elevation false, and then you can lower down the walls at your liking by putting stairs on the top, assuming it's roofed over, and it will lower it down one flight at a time, which is about 4 stairs. But if you want things to be more accurate, then you can actually hold Alt. It will go down 1 step at a time, which is really good for actually getting sort of curved roofs and sloped roofs, which aren't actually a roof. it's just floor and it's shaped like that. I believe James from the Sim Supply has a tutorial on that, so I'll link his channel in the description below. You can go and teach yourself how to do that, which is actually how I learned. So anyway, yeah, just doing more of the foundation, putting in some windows. This is basically the front facade of the house. That's basically it. There's not really a whole lot at the front. There's not many windows. Most of the windows are at the back, apart from those few that are on the top level. There are 2 doors into the house, actually. There's one on that sort of wooden bit, another sneaky save. Yeah, there's one another on this wooden bit here, just to the right, which you'll see literally on the right of the screen there. And then there's another one in the green part. The one in the center on the wooden part goes into the lounge room, which I would see as the main entryway. And the other one just goes into the kitchen. I mean, I don't know why I did it. I just wanted a door there, and so yeah, I put a door there, and that's basically just how it turned out. I played around with these windows quite a few times throughout the build. I mean, it's all relatively the same design, but it's just slightly different each time. You can see there, just changing up the floors there, so it's actually 3 full levels rather than 2 levels and a half level. That way I could get an extra bedroom. Speaking of bedrooms, this house is a 3-bedroom, 1-bathroom house, so it's basically your average family home. Assuming your family is quite wealthy, because it's a very expensive house. And yeah, I mean, I wouldn't exactly consider it a mansion. I mean, it looks like it from the outside, but in terms of actual space, it's not really a mansion. I'd just say it's a nice, large house. That's how I would describe it. Putting a random painting at the front there, because I couldn't really think of any other way to dress it up, and I think that painting works well with it. I believe it's from Into the Future, I think. I'm not sure about that, but I'm pretty sure. In terms of expansion packs, there's most expansion packs in this, I think. I'm not sure what I've actually used in it, but I always use expansion packs in it simply because I like all different content from it, and you know, whatever it takes to make the house look nice. No custom content in this. Obviously, I don't like using custom content in houses, except for the Stilted Oasis, where I accidentally did. But you know, anyway. Just doing a bit of the front stuff here. Not front stuff, that's a terrible way to describe it. The actual grass and paving at the front. Changing up some grass, making it nice and green, because, you know, if you are really rich and you have a house like this, you want really excessively green grass. It wants to be greener than everybody else's, just so you can say, hey, dude, you suck, I have better grass than you. So, you know, that's a thing. Just putting in some lights at the front to brighten everything up, so it looks nice. Putting in some of these Into the Future bushes, which are very nice, and I quite like them. It looks very nice. One of the things that annoys me with The Sims 3 is that the bushes actually change size when you place them. Well, it's a feature that I like sometimes and hate other times. I just wish you could regulate how much they changed, so you don't end up with a whole bunch of random bushes at different sizes. So that's a thing that they should bring into The Sims 4. There you go, EA. This is EA. Bleh, I said that stupidly. EA, that's a suggestion from me. Just placing in some more bushes and rocks and stuff around there just to fill in the space. Ends up being pretty densely packed. There's the door that I was talking about. Ends up being wood. Uniform matching with the colours. Placing in some more windows up the back. And I think we are relatively close to the actual furnishing of the house now. Once I fix up a couple of these windows. I was using move objects on there. And it makes it really annoying to actually place objects, specifically windows, because they sort of fuse with the wall and you end up with like half of the window see-through and then the other half is just covered by wall, and it looks ridiculous. So I changed that. Just putting in some more windows at the back there, sort of dressing up the back, not so it's just not one big wall. It's different walls together, and it looks pretty cool. I tried to put a roof on there. I thought, hey, maybe it'll look okay, but it didn't. It just looked ridiculous, and I changed it. Changing up to a nice red and black mailbox, which I think looks nice. Left the bin the same. And yeah, I mean, I felt like the red and black matched better, so I did it. Sue me. Yeah. Wonderfully terrible cut there. Is that just like me that did that, or I don't know. Anyway, on my screen you won't see that, but on my screen it just went black for like half a second. But you won't see that. So if you're wondering what I'm talking about, I'm not high. I just have terrible editing skills. Anyway, moving into the interior furnishing now, fixing up some of the walls, adding in a little space there because I didn't want to use that space. I had a specific shape that I wanted. and I wanted that wall to be orange, and it ended up being orange. The theme for this part of the house being the main living area, and there's also a sitting area over to the top of the screen now, which is in the tower. That's sort of brown and orange. The kitchen is blue, and there's a whole bunch of other colours throughout the bedrooms and other things. There's like red upstairs, and there's like a green bedroom, and then the pool area is like blue and magenta, and it looks pretty freaking cool. There's lots of colour through it, which is nice. It's nice to mix things up a bit. Just putting in some of these colours now. You'll see me trying to find a good orange. I play around with different textures and everything, but nothing really seemed to work until I did actually eventually find the colour that I wanted, being that nice orange there. It's also got a little bit of a texture to it as well. It's not just flat colour. There is some sort of texture to it, and it ends up looking quite nice. Just placing in some lounges now. One of those university lamps that I love so much, and a painting as well, just for lols. And I place in a dividing wall here in a moment after I place that coffee table and put some plants on the coffee table, do I? Yes, I do! Oh, that commentary skill. Yes, placing in a plant. Do I? Come on, place a plant. Place a plant. No, there's the dividing wall. That's what I was talking about. See, I was right. I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing, please. Anyway, yeah, placing in a dividing wall, that is where the television goes, as you can see, that timing. And then I place some shelving here. I've been sort of going crazy with the shelving lately. And I don't know, I like it. I don't use that actual Into the Future shelving in the end. I go back to the standard, I believe it's Generation. Well, it's not standard if it's Generations, but I go back to the Generations shelving and sort of mismatch it there and match the colours, and it looks quite nice. And then I place some plants and stuff on it, which is good. I should have placed a games console or something on that table. Maybe like an Xbox 360. They should actually have Xbox 360s and PlayStation 4s. And Xbox Ones and PlayStation 3. I mixed up those consoles, didn't I? Damn. I'm sure if you go to the Sims resource, you could find those things. So if you want to do that, there you go. Just putting in a couple of different little things on the shelves just to dress it up a bit, you know, not make it be so bland. And, you know, just what the hell am I doing with the camera? God damn, I'm looking back at myself. I tend to be very indecisive when I build, simply because at a certain point, my brain's screwed basically, and I think, oh god, what colour should that be? Where should this go? And it just doesn't work, and yeah, my brain just gets kerfuffled, and things go bad. Placing in a nice little table there. I changed up the colour of that. I like these tables actually. I just wish they had more modern versions of them. I mean, I like this, and it can work quite well if you get the colours right, as you can see there. Just looking back at that now, I didn't actually realise how much the colour was similar to the painting behind it. That's good. Not the colour, the texture, I guess, was similar to the painting behind it. And my speakers are going bup, 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 bup. It's weird. Turn off. Anyway, yeah, placing in some of these bookshelves, borrowing a trick out of my old playbook from Richance, which is using the columns to frame the bookcases. So you end up with sort of a flowy feel. Yep, that's probably a thing somewhere in the world. Anyway, yes, just using that to frame it because I think it looks nice. It does. There's not just like a gap where it stops. It's actually framed and it looks nice. And I'm weird. Anyway, I tried to not block that space, but put something in that space. In the end, I just left it, and I mean, I didn't feel any need to do anything there, so I didn't do anything. This is another book thing around the back. I guess that area would be sort of like a personal library. You could like go there and get your books, and then go into your sitting area with the fireplace, and you know, kick back and, you know, enjoy a nice book. It'd be great. I mean, I wouldn't mind doing that. Anyway, yeah, into the kitchen now. This is the kitchen. It's a very large, expansive kitchen. There's a bar in there. There's like an island bench where the sink is. And it's a combined kitchen diner, so it has to be large. Like, you can't just cram a kitchen and a dining room into one tiny little space. That just doesn't work. Like I said, this theme is very much blue. I kept most of the walls white, and except for the area behind the actual cabinets, which ended up being blue. I believe I was just borrowing some colours from the other room there. The whites, maybe, I don't know what I was doing. Anyway, just sort of mixing up the not mixing up the counters, fixing up the counters so the colours are the way I want them to be. Placing a fridge-a-majig. Yep, that's what it's called. It's a fridge. What the hell did I say that? I have no idea. Wow. yeah, just placing a fridge in there. I match it. It's a white fridge with some nice metal framing. God damn, I cannot talk. What is wrong with me? Wow. Anyway, yeah, placing in the floor, which is a nice marble. I like it. Once again, I always use those most of the time I use those into the future. I guess wall cabinets, because they allow you to put a cabinet over the fridge, and it doesn't just seem like it stops over the fridge. It sort of flows, and it's all connected, and it's generally quite nice. As I said, placing a nice island there, with which is where the taps are. I actually didn't place a... Oh god, I didn't place a dishwasher or a bin in this. Oh wow, I forgot quite a few things. There is a microwave though, and I believe there may or may not be a blender. So, you know. Anyway, if you want to download this house, you can. It will be up once the second part comes up. So yeah, and you can put those things in there. Speaking of downloading it, there will be a link in the description below. Maybe. Well, there will be a link in the description below once the second video comes up. Just so you guys can watch the build process and actually see it. No, that's a stupid idea. There'll be a link in the description below. I promise. It will be up on the Sims 3 Exchange, and you can download this into your game and have a whole bunch of fun with it. And because it is a quite it is. God, just think about your words before you say them, man. Damn. Yes, you can have quite a lot of fun because it is quite a nice house. There you go. Just placing some of these chairs now around the dining table. I actually really like these chairs. It's like black and a silver metal, and then it's got like a wooden back, which you would think would look really stupid, but I like it. I mean, you guys might hate it, but I don't know. I like it. I think it's nice. See, look at that. It's purty. I think those chairs are really nice. I'm going to use them. Shotgun that idea. Anyway, just placing them all around so your Sims have plenty of places to sit. There's a bar here now. It ends up being a blue bar because it's a blue room and you want blue all over the place, which is nice. Get a nice sort of a pale blue LED down the bottom as well, which is nice. I placed in one of these little wine shelf things. Yeah, that's what it is. It's a wine shelf. I guess it's supposed to be wine, or are they just like empty cups? I don't know. That one looks like it's actual wine bottles. The one that I placed right now doesn't look like that at all. It looks more like just cups and bowls and stuff. But anyway, who knows? I may be wrong. Maybe I'm just an idiot. Who knows? That's probably the more likely scenario. Just what are you doing? Stop twitching around. There we go. Getting rid of that wall there, so there's space for a microwave. And yes, there is a blender, as promised. You know, blenders are one of the most important parts of houses, obviously, because you know it's things you can use to blend things. Yeah. Anyway, just placing in a spiral staircase. This area becomes rather obsolete. I do play around with the floors a bit. You'll see me here, but I cut that out. And yeah, basically it just ends up being where it is now. So yeah, just moving back down to the, well, not now. I do move down to this sitting area now. And this is the last room of this part. So thank you very much for watching, guys. Stay tuned for part 2. That will be up tomorrow. Yeah, so this is the last room, just sort of throwing in some fireplaces and stuff. It's obviously orange, and it's just basically a nice simple place for your Sims to sit and relax. So yeah, thank you very much for watching, guys. I will see you in the next one, and until then, stay safe, stay human, and stay awesome.